Hey, what's up, folks? How is it going on this fine morning? We have some folk in chat. Hi to Waddle and to Dome and to Story. Welcome in. And yeah, today we're gonna be building a gold farm. Nice, chilled, laid back building stream. We'll see how much of it we get done. We might end up finishing it off next week if we don't get enough done. But the good thing about a gold farm is that we can get some of it done, and as long as we have a little bit of spawning space, then the farm should be functional. And then obviously as we build out the spawnable area around it, and spawning platforms and things, then we'll get more spawns, which will mean that the farm just becomes more efficient. But we should at least be able to get a fairly not quite efficient but good enough farm. Oh no, where is me keys? There we go. No, I'm not gonna. This isn't gonna be another 5-hour stream, but. I was adamant. Well, yeah, I was sort of adamant yesterday that I was going to get this done in one go. I thought it would take me. I thought it would take me a good couple of hours, but no. That and then some more. But we did get some good loot. We raided the entire city. We looted everything it had to offer, and we didn't do too bad. We got some books. So Luck of the Sea 2 is a bit. We can get those from fishing, but Frostwalker 1 also we can get that from fishing, but quite useful. Frostwalker has the benefit that it doesn't. It prevents us from taking damage when we walk on magma blocks, which we'll be doing on a bunch of. While building a farm. A looting dude book, that will be very, very useful for our upcoming gold farm. We should hopefully be able to get a bunch more loot with that. We've got a feather falling 4 book, max level, which would be handy. We can add that to our boots, and that will hopefully prevent fall damage. I'm not sure we'll add that just yet because there's not too many places we can actually fall from and survive at the moment. It's not going to help us if we fall into the void and we only have the one. We've got a bunch of Swift Sneak books, so a couple Swift Sneak 1 books which we can combine into a 2, a couple of Swift Sneak 2 books which we can combine into a level 3, and then 1 Swift Sneak 3 book. And these will be very handy when it comes to that will come in very handy when it comes to bridging out over places. A few good hoes. Sorry. Including, ones that just need an efficiency 4 and breaking, or an efficiency 4 and mending book on those to make them pretty much perfect. Some leggings that aren't too bad. Golden apple, and our first enchanted golden apple. We got a bunch of record discs, which is nice. Some enchanting bottles, name tags, a bunch of regen potions, but mostly we got some skull goodies. So we've got a good number of catalysts, and we get ourselves a skulk farm going at some point in the future. A bunch of sensors. We're probably not going to need any more sensors than this for the rest of the world, I guess. They're useful in some situations, but not that useful in bulk. But we got some skulk veins and a bit of skulk itself, which is not bad. We got some echo shards, so we can build a recovery compass. A recovery compass is basically a compass that points towards where you last died. So I can actually see that becoming more and more useful as time goes past. Some amethyst shards. We did our first amethyst shards of the world. We do have a few geodes. There's one over there that we can get to quite easily. There's some more scattered around. That one over there looks to be about perfectly placed for, in terms of height, for what I have planned with the world. Is that I might at some point we'll bridge out to there and we'll build a automated amethyst farm, I think. And then we got a bit of junk loot as well. Some iron leggings, some cursive binding leggings, saddles, which we've already got a bunch of, leads, which always helpful, some glowberries, which we already had, some coal. Never have too much coal. Our only source of this is killing wither skeletons at the moment, so anything that makes that easier is okay by me. Some books as well, and some bones and some candles. So yeah, not too fussed about that. But actually, before we start, I also I don't know how many people actually saw the end of the last stream. I mean, it was a mammoth stream. I don't expect anyone to sit through 5 hours of it, but I know some of you are saying you watched a bunch, and thanks for that. It was but yeah, it was good. I think I enjoyed it. I ended up completely oblivious to time. I finished up that stream thinking I'd only been streaming for like maybe 2.5, 3 hours, and just a little bit longer than normal. And yeah, it was over 5 hours later. I was like, whoops. So much for finishing and getting lunch, but it was much closer to dinner time by that time. But yeah, I will quickly head back there, and it should all be safe. But I want to show you guys some of the stuff that we found at the end of that stream, which I'm actually quite excited about. Oh, actually bringing a decent amount of food would have been a good idea. Hopefully we can get there and back on this. But yeah, it's like from the other side of the ancient city, there's quite a few things that come into view. And I am quite excited about a few of them. It will make for some good future streams as we head over that way and do a bit more pillaging. Because let's face it, I am the bad guy in this world, right? Well, I don't know. I'm rebuilding it from nothing, but I'm also robbing all of the natives, anything that was left behind blind. So one could say I'm fully embracing my British heritage, but no smithing templates, unfortunately, which is a shame because I really like silence, but yeah, Warden says, aren't we in any game? And yeah, we are generally the bad guys in pretty much all games that and I'd say pretty much every survival game, we are definitely the bad guys. Survival and sandbox. Survival games and sandboxes are basically a place for us to play out the worst parts of us, right? It's like Prison Architect, where you just oh, did I accidentally put the electric chairs in the shower? My bad. Yeah, I mean, if I do want, I will have to visit. Well, the sad thing is, it's not just one ancient city I have to visit, right? Because we don't have access to diamonds. Diamonds do not spawn. There are no ore blocks, so we have very limited very limited diamonds in this world, which makes replicating a smithing template. And for anyone that doesn't know, a smithing template is basically an item that you can craft. You can use to combine with your armor to give it a decorative pattern. And some of them look really good. You can combine them with different materials as well to get different colors. It's quite a nice system. Damn it, no food. It's okay. It won't take too long to get over there. But yeah, so normally you would use a diamond to replicate the ancient city smithing template, if I remember correctly. Oh no, that's not where I want to go. I want to go over this way a bit, right? Here we go. No falling over the world. Although I don't have that many levels and I don't have anything on me, so I might take a shortcut back once we've got to the end and had a nosy at the stuff over here. Oh, are we gonna be able to see it in the dark? Okay. So we did find this ancient city, which looks pretty huge. It's also lit. I don't think I've seen one that is that has torches in it before. But there appears to be one over there. But more interestingly was the stuff we found over this way. In the yeah, so if we look over this in this direction, we have an island there, which when I looked in the day, I think it might have been the Sunflower Island, which is quite exciting because that will give us access to renewable yellow dye. There is another structure over there, which I think, if I remember right, looked a bit like another ancient city. So that's the third ancient city alongside that one. That there is a pillager outpost, which appears to be right next to the ancient city, which is something you're only ever going to see in a Skyblock world. Considering normally these two things will be radically different at radically different levels, right? This would be above the surface, and this is way down underneath the surface. And then, as well as that, right next to the pillager outpost, we have a guardian temple, which will hopefully give us some sponges, and we'll be able to turn that into a farm for guardians, which will give us access to prismarine blocks, which are a really nice set of building blocks that we don't currently have access to, and therefore we'll get a nice renewable source of prismarine. Make the pillagers fight the Warden. I mean, we had 2 deaths last stream, and one of them was down to pillagers. So that's it's quite tempting to give that a try. But what I think we'll actually do is we might have to strip away a bunch of the farm, but we'll need to figure out the bounding box of the farm over there, and we'll hopefully need to turn it. Hopefully, we'll be able to turn it into a farm for ominous bottles, which will allow us to then farm the various items that we can get from a raid. But yeah, pillagers versus guardian versus wardens might make for, well, it'd make for an interesting short video. I think. I don't think there's an entire stream's worth of content there. And I'm just trying to remind myself if we found anything over this side. I don't think there was much to see this side of the ancient city, but we'll have a quick look. I think we just got a much better view of the other ancient city from this side. Oh, bit of parkour. Yeah, there was not much to see out this way. But yeah, so that we have some stuff to do in the future. I think before we go near that city as well, we will be coming back to this one and building a guardian switch, which is a special build that will disable guardians from spawning. Sorry, building a warden switch even, which is a special build that will stop the wardens from spawning. I didn't actually strip the secret room. I went in. We had a look around, checked out the various sort of contraptions and stuff. But the only thing that it had that would have been potentially that beneficial to me was a small number of observers, which were not really enough for us to do anything really cool with, and a bunch of comparators, which we could have done some stuff with, but I don't think is. But we're going to get access to those very shortly anyway. So I thought instead I would leave it intact. Oh, and if I remember right, the secret room is down here. Yeah. So yeah, we did leave it intact. I mean, these bulbs could be useful, but the comparators. But we're gonna get access to quartz soon. And the quartz will give us some stuff. Will give us access to be able to build these ourselves. So yeah, this here is demonstrating a pulse extender that is actually locked on at the moment. Showed us that if we can hit that with a bolt with a arrow, then it will turns the light on over there. And then this one I don't even get, because it doesn't work without a book on there, and there was no book included. So it's like, why even have that as a demonstration? And then yeah, and this one's just showing that redstone signals go through solid blocks like stone, but not through the transparent ones like a glass block. But yeah, these rooms are just a fun little place that are meant to help teach people redstone. Okay, so back to what we were doing. So I could walk all the way back, but as I said, we don't have much on us. We don't have that many levels. We're going to build a gold farm, which is possibly one of the best XP farms we can get. So let's just take a little shortcut back to the main island. Just checking there after I jumped that I didn't have any cool armor on or anything. That would have been embarrassing. But yeah, so gold farms. So to build a gold farm, we're going to need some supplies. And there you go. There's one death there for the lot of you, and you can. Hopefully, that will satiate the bloodthirstiness until we can get ourselves some gold farm action going. I'll probably take those. Gonna need some cobble. Actually, probably nowhere near that much. We'll take a stone cutter and a crafting bench. We'll take some chests. We'll need some hoppers. We'll probably need more hoppers. We won't need any pistons. ladders will probably help with some of it. Is there anything else that we could do with? We won't need any redstone just yet, but oh, I know. I'll take some spruce logs as well because, and some iron blocks because we're going to need a bunch of hoppers and stuff and chests, and that is what will. It's going to be easier to carry the raw materials and craft them into the end result. So. Let's actually just craft those up into blocks, compact that down a bit. Okay, I think the rest of our materials are actually in. Oh, we're going to need some glass. We're going to need a bunch of glass. Mostly because glass is a non-spawnable block, and the ghasts will not be able to spawn on top of it. So we'll use that to stop ghasts from spawning. Alright, so I said everything else should be in the nether. I did make a couple of little changes in here. I don't know if I actually showed this before, but we did have a lantern lighting up this field, and then I think it was actually a couple of weeks ago I decided I was going to mix it up a bit and we're going to have a scarecrow instead. I think yeah. I mean, as far as lighting goes, I think this is this is much cooler. Yeah, and then we have so many glowberries that I was just burning them, so I swapped this out for the weeping vines. These are quite handy in that the more we get, the better, because I'm thinking when we do come to building out some of the more permanent stuff in the nether, at the moment I'm using cobble, but I think a lot of the cobble I want to swap to be nether bricks. And to get nether bricks we need netherrack, and in this world the only way we can do that is using a custom recipe, which is combining the vines. Yeah, it's I don't think it's that scary either, but I mean, I was thinking I could probably put a hat on it by putting some trapdoors either side and one on the top, but oh, I did what did I say? If I mince my words again. Oh yeah, I have been burning the glowberries because I already have a ridiculous stash of them, more than I will probably need. So and we'll get a nice farm going for them later that will allow us to sort things out. I've also worked out I have to be quite careful on this vine. The other day I did manage to punch it by accident, which then destroyed it, and I was effectively dropped down to the bottom with no way to get up. So I had to go drop all my stuff off in a chest and jump out into the world into the void to get back, then come back and grow it back down again. But yeah, I did bridge out all the way over here last night, so that we at least have somewhere to build. And I'm sort of wondering where to build the farm. In that I might build it just at the end here, and actually put it at the end of this walkway. My thoughts initially were I was going to go out to to the left-hand side again, similar to the magma cream farm and how that's branched off of this path. Except we had a nice. Oh, I didn't bring food. We'll drop supplies off and then we'll head back for some food. But yeah, when I got over here, what I noticed was that we have a Nether fortress over there. Another Nether fortress. So that could be quite handy. Hey Aaron, welcome in. But yeah, so we will hopefully in the future bridge out over there, check out that Nether fortress. Hopefully we'll be able to use that as a farm as well. So that means we can have our wither skeleton farm in one of the fortresses. We can use one of the fortresses to build out our wither skeleton farm, and we can use the other one to build out our blaze farm. But yeah, so that's going to be that's also something we can do in a future adventure. So I'm going to, rather than have to bridge out and hit a biome border, I'm going to see where the borders sort of roughly are around here. So there is something there. We don't want to go too close to that because I think that looks close enough that it might be within spawning distance, and we don't want the spawning. We don't want anything spawning over there. We want all of the spawns concentrated on our gold farm, because I bridged this out. This is now we're actually just a tiny bit over the distance we need to be from the magma cream farm to stop the spawns there from interfering with the spawns in this farm. And we can't actually see that from here, so I'm guessing that one is going to be too close. So I think we might actually be better off bridging out a little bit this way. So let's see if we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. How far are we now? I mean, it's only barely visible now. So I'm thinking hopefully we'll be far enough away. If not, we may have to go over there sooner rather than later to do some spawn protection. So let's put down a little bit of a floor down here. Some space for us to work from. And then we're going to want a chest. We'll put this stuff in. We'll go back and get some food. And what actually on the way, we'll probably just jump into the void again. And then on the way back, we will grab some of the magma blocks as well from our previous farm. Let's put some of those on. Let's put another one down. Just oh, one sec. Oh, little sneezer. All right, let's head back. I feel like we fall quite a bit more before we start taking damage in this world, but we can't actually build any further down, so it feels like the build limit, the lower build limit, is the same as it is in a regular world, but it feels like the void actually starts lower than starts in the same place as the overworld, which is something I had never thought or noticed before. Oh, actually, while we're here, it seems some stuff has got stuck in here, so I'm just going to let these guys free. They have all they've all now gone off to frolic in new pastures. Yeah, Waddle gets very upset when you dispose of items. Even when I start disposing of items from automated farms that are cranking out, that already have a backlog of like tens of thousands of items in stock, and therefore serve no purpose in keeping. We'll put this away. But yeah, I don't ever destroy anything that's worth anything that isn't easily renewable. But yeah, that's our emergency fire charge in case anything ever happens to our nether portal, so that we can get it relit. And yeah, I think I mentioned at the time, so the main use for this farm here was that we wanted access to magma blocks. Magma blocks are useful for a bunch of different kinds of farms. A lot of mobs take damage when stood on them. The only two mobs that don't, the only mobs that don't take damage from them, if I remember right, are the magma cubes themselves, the zombified piglins, and the blazes. Anything else will slowly will take some slow damage from the magma, so we can actually use it as a way to kill things in a passive way. The suffering. After the trouble we went through in building this, it never gets old. And when you look at it, effectively being pricked to death by a small bush has to be one of the cruelest and most terrible ways you can go out, right? What do we have in here? Oh, we've got quite a bit of the magma creams already in here. We'll craft these up and then we'll go grab some stuff from one of the chests. I'll put those back for now. So this one should be partly full. We'll take that. And then, which one was that? It's these ones. Yeah, so we'll take this along with us so that we've got I didn't bring any tools either. Alright, we'll drop these off and we'll go make a third trip. This is one of the downsides of the fact that I'm trying to avoid the end, just because I'm kind of enjoying not having the elytra and stuff, is that we don't have access to shulker boxes, which would make transporting a lot of this stuff around much easier. But I feel like the shulker boxes will also make a lot. Well, sorry, I feel like going to the end and not getting an elytra, considering it basically spawns in the same place as the shulkers do, would be just silly. So I want to try and put the end off for a while, and that is not at all because I'm scared of fighting the dragon. Hi Jimmy, welcome in. We are currently about to start building a gold farm. So there's some really awesome like gold farm designs out there. There's some really, like, I think Nembon has pushed gold farms to the absolute limit in some of the stuff he's designed on YouTube. So if you want a crazy efficient farm for a regular world, then his videos are probably the way to go. But we are I might take some of this backup gear instead, because I feel like we're gonna end up in the void. We've been in the void a few times on purpose now, but I feel like we're gonna end up there by accident at some point. So we should just need a pick. I did just yeet myself off again. It is one of the quickest ways for us to travel. It's like when we actually don't have anything on us. It's a bit cheaty, but it's the quickest and most convenient way to get back here. Is there anything else I've forgotten? We have the magma blocks. We have some building blocks. We have some. We have magma blocks built. So we have some building blocks. We have some wood and some iron for hoppers and chests. We have glass for things that we don't, for unspawnable pathways. And we have some ladders over there. So yeah, I think that's everything. And we've got a pickaxe, and we've got a bow and arrows and a sword. That should be everything we need. Oh. Okay. I don't currently have access to bundles at the moment. No. I am. They did recently come out, and the upgrade is there for getting them. I do have them switched on with the experimental features, but at the moment they're still really expensive using rabbit hide, and I'm not able to upgrade to the latest version because the data pack for Skyblock has currently not been updated to work with the latest release. I believe they changed some stuff and there are some issues, so I've just been keeping an eye on Discord and waiting for Dr. Trog, who is the author of the data pack, to like give the new version a thumbs up, make a new release and give the new version a thumbs up, and then I will look to upgrade the world. But yeah, I'm still quite upset about that. I would really love to have access to bundles. Things like crafting benches, for instance. I would just have a bundle full of pretty much every crafting bench if I could, which would allow us to craft pretty much everything. And not waste too much inventory space. Yeah, the new recipe is much nicer. The original recipe was like I think it's like 3 rabbit hides. Do I actually have the recipe for it yet? No. Yeah, I think it's like 3 rabbit hides or something, and a few pieces of string. Which I kind of like the fact that it gave rabbits more of a purpose, because otherwise they're not a very useful mob. I mean, they do make 1 potion, but they do make 1 potion, which means that they're not completely useless, and we will get a farm going for them at some point. But they sort of lack. They lack any like major use. So rabbit hide for bundles would have been great, but given how much of a pain it is to actually hunt down a rabbit compared to pretty much any other mob in the game, and the fact that they are much less frequent in the world than things that drop leather, I can understand why they made the change. Where are we at now? So I think we want to go up to about 20, and then we'll build the farm up above. Because I want to try and keep the bases of all the farm about the same level, which will help us. Yeah, so I think here is a good level. I think this is what I did for the I think this is what I did for the magma cream one. Let's go check that quickly, just so that we don't end up building everything and then having to raise it all a block later, because that does not sound fun. What does it say? Checked, measure twice, cut once. Yeah, so we're going to put some space underneath just so that we have our bottom floor on par with the bottom floor over here. I might aim to put it on the same height as that upper ring. So I need to check where that is. So what I'm thinking is we'll have our main sort of travel way at that level. I'm still not quite sure what I want to do for the traveling. I know ice paths and boats are the quickest way to travel, but I do quite like the idea of a minecart, one that you can just sort of sit down, press a button, and then kick back until you get to where you're going, even if it is a bit slower. What level are we at here? So this is 19.5. Okay, so I put 19.5. So I went up one too high on the other one. Measure once, cut twice, and then force it to fit. Yeah, I mean, that would probably be a more accurate version of the saying. Oh, I should have brought some food again. Sorry. Oh, I love that Hubdale has a t-shirt with that. That is yeah, that is a brilliant thing. Oh, and I did realise that we left a spawnable block over here, so who knows what's going to be waiting for us. Hopefully nothing. Hopefully we'll get back within range before anything. We'll get back within range so that we're too close for things to spawn before anything can actually spawn up there. And the magma cream farm actually sort of works as a bit of a mob switch until we get too far away from it and things start to despawn. Oh no, there we go, there is a mob up there, annoyingly. Can we just shoot him into the void? There we go. Bye, dude. Okay. So first up, we're going to want some slabs and a pickaxe up here because we're going to want to take down take this down a notch. Alright, and we put a slab there. So that is now non-spawnable. If we check here, do we actually have any spawns? There are 2 creatures. So I suspect we are still actually within the spawning distance of that. Oh, that's annoying. We are still within spawning distance of the fortress over there. So oh, sorry about this. Let's. So how far out do we have to go this way before those start to despawn? Still there. The bouncing was just that I was climbing a ladder to the top, and the game gets a bit confused when you keep trying to climb up and the ladder runs out. So where are those? Where are those? They wouldn't be back at the magma farm. We should be far too far away from that. So they have to be. They have to be over there. Why are they not? Why have they not despawned though? Let's go grab some more slabs and we'll see how far out we have to go. It could be that we have to build this further over that way than I thought. Or we might have to bridge out a bit further. And see if we can get far enough over that way to avoid the fortress. I mean, we can't even see the fortress from this far. Can we turn off the fog? Where is it? It'll be under video settings, right? So we have 32 chunks of render distance. Turn that down. What does that actually do? Does that give us more? No. I don't actually understand what that what that setting is for, but hang on. So if we go off, that turns the fog off. No, still can't see. All right. I mean, we could. Interestingly, it's only 2 creatures, which is weird. I would have expected more to be spawning, considering that wherever they've spawned, they're probably the only things that can. So what I will do instead is we're going to take the simulation distance right down. And that should, will that despawn them? No. All right. Oh, hang on. Let's. Hopefully that will assist and make it a bit easier for you guys to see what I'm doing as well. Okay. So, I mean, it's only two mobs, so I think actually we can bring this back a bit. We don't have to come all this way out. Cool. Sacrifice these slabs to the void for now. And then we're going to want a bit of space here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. No, let's go 8 out. There we go. So this is going to be this will be the front of our gold farm. This will be where we sort of chill out and commit a bit of casual homicide. as we rip through the population and radically decrease the population of the zombified piglins. Although we're also going to be the reason why they exist, so I guess that kind of gives us the excuse to play God. Well, alright, so we're also going to need somewhere to store our goodies. So we'll need exactly 6 chests. That's convenient. I think we'll bring this out a bit more. And then can we get that facing the right direction? Yes. Okay. So we want those. Then we want to extend that out. 1, 2, and 3. So this is where we're going to dump the gold as we get it. Yeah, we're going to make a gold farm. We're going to get. Oh, don't need F3 on that anymore, do we? We're going to get the. Go build some space for the zombified piglins to spawn. Do a crafting bench. Make a bit more space down here for our stuff, and then maybe we get the crafting bench and the stone cutter out. So we're going to need a bunch of hoppers. It's going to be a single dimension one. I'm not sure what one looks like. I think it from memory though, his is quite different to what I have planned. I think his pulls things in a from various directions and then channels it down. We're going to go ever so slightly different to that. So we've got 6 hoppers and we want to go 1 on top, 1 at the back, and 1 on top of that. So that's 9 hoppers we're going to need. So another 3. 1, 2, 3 more chests. That gives that. Let's put the wood back. And then, oops, we already had 3 hoppers. Oh. Let's put 3 of those back in there then as chests. We'll want some iron. Oh. How many is it for that? Oh. This is 5, so we probably want a bit more iron. Okay, we can put that back. We'll shove the slabs in there for now as well. Actually, we'll take six of these slabs with us as well. So we want to cover the hoppers up. The iron, where did I get the iron from? So the iron comes from the iron farm we built, I think in one of the, right back in one of the early streams. I think it might have been episode 3 or 4. So it's just a little starter iron farm. It's not anything too huge. But, oh, hang on. These are on. Oh, and then they will have gone into here. Okay. So what we're going to do with the hoppers here is we're going to put them above and going into the back like that. And then we're going to put a hopper into the back of each of these. So we've got one going into the back of the chest there. One comes down into the top. Yeah, it does use villagers, the iron farm. So effectively, there's three villagers in there. They are terrified by a zombie, and then they spawn. They spawn a golem directly above them, which is immediately yeeted into some lava that is up above them as well, and then we collect the goodies as they fall. But yeah, with this, because of the way hoppers work, they the hoppers pull before they push. So by putting a hopper facing this way into the chest underneath this one, it will pull items out of the hopper and push them that way. But then this hopper will also push an item into this one, which will then push the item down into the chest. So in theory, this hopper should work twice as fast as normal, as if we just put it running straight into the chest. And we're going to need that because oh, sorry, oops, that was a drop. Yeah, we're going to need that. We're going to need that throughput because the gold farm produces a lot of drops. Yeah, so I sort of improvised the gold farm in the previous episode. In that previous episode, and then there were a few kinks with the design at the time that I ironed out slowly over in the background. So next, I'll go and give it a little tour next time we're back up that way. Okay, so this is where we're going to drop the piglins. Actually, I think we're actually going to be better off with some carpet there, because otherwise we're going to struggle to. We want to be able to reach some toes and swack at them. So we'll take that. I don't think things can spawn on hoppers, so that should be safe for now. Yeah, hopper theory. Yeah, some of these farms are like the throughput of them. I think gold farms are possibly one of the worst. Gold farms, bartering farms, and raid farms, I think, are potentially the worst of them for throughput. But I think the raid farms might not be quite so bad. I think bartering farms are definitely the peak of what they can produce. That's going to be our next step, but we're probably not going to go too crazy with the bartering setup. To begin with, well, I might build a small mini bartering farm to begin with, and then we can look at building a more crazy one at some point in the future. I might build that one actually over by the magma cream farm, because then we can effectively let the monster cap be used for the magma creams while we wait on the piglins to do their stuff. So we'll get magma cream for free while we're bartering. Hang on. So we want to go up a bit from here. So we're going to want some slabs. Okay. So I guess from here we're going to want to build out this is going to be the drop chute that we drop the piglins into. I think we're going to go up 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we'll put a glass block at the top. Oh, okay, that's not too bad of 4. We should be okay with that. We'll go up another 1, 2, 3, and 4. We'll put glass at the top. The reason we're putting glass up here is because the glass is actually non-spawnable, so nothing can spawn on top of the glass. And then we'll do the same up the back here. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then we'll put those in. And then we want to come across the front as well. So we'll come 1, 2, 3 across the front, and we don't need this one. Can we get it back? No. All right. Oh well, it's just cobble. All right. So this is where we're gonna drop the zombified piglins down here. We're gonna need a drop chute here. I didn't. Oh no! I was just thinking I didn't bring trapdoors, but we don't actually need them. What do you think? Should we have an open front so that we can actually see things? Let's go for a bit of consistency, because we're also going to want to have slabs across the front here. Oh, and then these I can turn into slabs, as we don't want stuff spawning right next to us. Well, nothing will spawn while we're here, but we don't want to get up here and find something waiting for us. So this is going to be our small. We're going to have a little small drop chute, and this is because the way that the zombified piglins work is that as soon as we hit one, it's going to get angry. And then it's going to tell all its friends that it's angry, and then those friends will come and find and attack us, and that will keep bringing in more and more piglins into the chute, so we can kill them. So that's going to be that's the main mechanic behind it. Hi Splash, welcome in, and Crumbs as well. So yeah, so we don't want. Whereas when we built the mob farm, we have a. Oh, I forgot that they can craft. They can spawn on top of on top of crafting benches. Can I punch you into the? Yes, I can. Okay, put a slab on that. We don't want any repeats of this. Let's hide that. Yeah. Actually, I think we're mostly done with the cobble for now. So next we're going to want some glass. We're going to want some ladders because I need to get up to the top there. I actually need some more ladders. We're going to need some trapdoors. Let's build our trapdoors as well. So we've got those. I forget. Okay. So we only need the 3, but we won't say no to the extras. And then, oh yeah, we wanted a few more ladders as well. So let's turn those into sticks. And that should be more than enough of the ladders. Oh, hang on. That was the one thing I didn't want to put back. Oh, the bot is sleeping. Oh no, the bot isn't sleeping. I'm just incapable of typing. I'm still stuck working between multiple machines at the moment. So effectively, I have my monitor decided to explode on me. So one of my fun tasks for today is that I get to package up my old one and try and ship it back to manufacturer. Can we get up there from here? No. I can't call that out, can I? I guess we can go up this side for now. It's just going to be less than ideal because we're going to have to close it up after ourselves later. It would have been nice to have had... Oh, damn it. Would have been nice to have permanent access up to the top there, but... Alright. This is what those trapdoors are for. So we're going to come up here. We're going to put one trapdoor on that side, one on that side, and one on that side. Some first tier Minecrafting. I think you might be over-egging my Minecraft prowess there a little bit, Slash. Okay, so then we're just going to put wall here. We could actually swap that out for an actual wall and some slabs and save ourselves on some glass. Although I didn't bring a silk touch pickaxe, so we can make that change later. So I'm not breaking any glass with a regular pick. Okay, so this is the idea of here is that this should stop mobs from getting to us. Actually, hang on. I think it might be worth if we take these out. put that there, and then we'll put a wall at the front there, and then we can run our ladder up to that, which will give us permanent access to the top. And hopefully by having the wall, so if we put that there, we should be able to then go like dash. We'll put that in there. And the same on this side. No, that wasn't what I wanted to do, was it? It's that one I wanted to get rid of. We'll put these ones in. And then we'll run, yeah, here we go. So this will give us a permanent way up to the top. And then we want to go off a bit so that why can I not place that ladder? There we go. Alright. So now we have we've got our killing chamber. Let's go for we're going to need 19 blocks to go out with, and then another 6, and then actually let's go get the silk touch pickaxe, and I also want to get there's also something else I want to pick up, so we'll take the shortcut back to base, because we have no levels anyway. And I know how much all of you love seeing me die. Let's at least make it convenient for me for a change as well. And what we're going to do is we're going to take the Frostwalker boots with us as well. So these I made a while back with a book that I got from fishing. And the Frostwalker boots are kind of cool. So if I put them on, what the Frostwalker enchantment does is as you get near water, it creates these little ice pockets. So it allows you to effectively run around on top of water. But this, as I said earlier, the secondary side effect of that is that they are magma cube safe as well. So they will protect you from damage from magma cubes. Is there anything else we're going to need while we're here? No, that should be it. Okay, this is where we have to be careful of our stuff. Everything we've had on us so far has been fine. We don't really mind if it gets yeeted into the void, but we don't want to lose this pickaxe or our boots. Sorry, quick drink of water there. Make sure you all are staying hydrated too. I feel like I should get Nightbot to periodically remind us of that as well in the sorry. I know that I need to be reminded. Tis one of the curses of being a gamer, right? The perpetual dehydration. Okay, so hopefully if I did this right, then there should be nothing spawning over here now. It should be nice and safe. Oh, what have we got for... There's still 2 creatures. I'm wondering what they are. Because they don't seem to be despawning. And I'm not sure what kind of creatures don't despawn in the Nether. I'm actually wondering if we were fine and we didn't need to come out so far anyway. And maybe somewhere over on the fortress or something. Sorry, maybe somewhere over on the fortress there is a... Oh wait, no, that's creatures, isn't it? That is not... That's passive mobs. Oh, I am an idiot. Yeah, there are no monsters. So the 2 creatures has to be the iron golems, maybe. Which is interesting. I didn't think that iron golems counted towards the creature count. Either that or maybe a strider spawned in one of the Nether fortresses. I guess that would count as those count as creatures. But yeah, I'm curious now. It's like, where have the creatures come from, or has something just wandered through the portal again? I didn't see anything. There were no. I feel like the Nether cow has at some point yeeted itself off the side. And I didn't see any other mobs when we came in. So yeah, let's change this out for wood for stone while we're here. And we have the stone pickup. Sorry, and we have the silk touch pickaxe. Alright, let's just finish up this side. Drop put the ladders in as well. Okay, we still get back up. And that was mostly because we're also going to need probably a gap here to get down. Okay, so yeah, back to our glass. So we wanna start with spawning platforms now. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 out the side. And then we go with a little platform here. So what this gives us is 2 plus 19, so that's 21. So effectively we have what, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Did I? No, that's miscalculated. We want to be 24 out that way. So let's go get a bit more glass. Actually, we could do this bit on all the sides, I think. So effectively, what we want is to be... We want to make sure that our platforms are 24 blocks away from us so that things can spawn. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, and 24. Yeah. Okay. That's fine. So we want to have a little space so the piglins can sort of get here and organise themselves, and then hopefully they should mostly fall in single file. Come running down here. They will mistake this for a floor. They will fall into our killing chamber, and then we will steal their lunch money. And then this way we want to go similar, that we're going to be stood here, so we want to go 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So let's go 19 out this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. I realise that there's a lot of counting in our building streams. I'm just thinking, for the sake of building, I want to try and build a circle around these as well. So for the sake of that, we probably actually want to come a bit further out this side, because that is 2 from there. Actually, that's 1, 2 to the middle. No, yeah, that's only 1. That's fine. We'll go one more. We'll go one more on this, and then so this one's now 20, and then the 3x3 to make up for the fact that we're only coming 1 away from the center spot rather than 2 before we start counting. Well, I guess if we include this, they're all 20 from this 3x3 drop through. So on this side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and then we go 1, 2, 3. Oh, welcome back, Warden. Alright, so we've got these platforms set out. So this one we've gone up, we effectively went up 19 from here, then a 3x3 square. Went out 20 from this side, and a 3x3 square, and again 19 from here, and a 3x3 square. So that gives us 23, 24, 20. That gives us a bit more distance on this side, but it's, well, it'll be slightly more outside the range that slightly more outside the range of spawning than we need exactly, but which gives things an ever so slightly longer run to get to us. But then comes the fun bit. We need to create a circle. So trying to think, so that's 19, that is sorry, 19 and 19 is 38. 38 plus 6 is 44, and then we've got 5 in the middle, 44, 49. So we're going to want we're going to effectively want a circle that's sort of about 51 blocks in size. And there's plenty of tools out there that can generate you a circle in Minecraft. My favorite is the one I'm just about to post into chat. It's by Donut Studios, spelled do nat rather than actual donut. Oh, hang on, where am I going? We need magma blocks. So yeah, so this is and there we go. Our first accidental death. Where was our pick? I think we left it in the. I think we left it in the chest. All right, let's head back. So yeah, I wish you all would celebrate the successes as much as you guys celebrate the deaths, but how are we doing for time? It is 12 o'clock, so I'm probably only going to go for another half hour, so I might just create one spawning platform. We are apparently a death cult. Yeah, it does seem that way. It does seem that way. I thought the death cult was just for your stream, Splash, but no, it appears that it extends to mine as well. Let's go grab. Oh, thankfully our stuff did not despawn. Did we lose anything? Do we have? What happened to our pick? What happened to our pick? Did I leave it up here? Okay, that's good news. Let's put the boots back on. I thought we'd lost it for a minute there. Booga booga, not a cult. Hashtag not a cult. Yeah, there is a lot of cultish behaviour that goes on Splash's streams. Although, as much as she likes to claim that it's not a cult, we're not buying it. Okay. So now we start with the spawnable space. Actually, I'm just going to grab. Oh, come on. Okay, let's go get some food, eat some food while we're at it. I'm going to grab some slabs as well, because what we need to do is make sure that we cover off the area that we're building. I'll need more slabs than that, I think. Let's go for a bit more. How much is too much? Okay. I'm sure we'll use that much eventually in the full thing. But yeah, what I'm thinking I'll do is I'll get one side, I'll get a small platform going, but we want to make sure that everything is non-spawnable to everything except for zombified piglins. And yeah, earlier I said that the only things that can spawn on magma blocks are the blazes, the magma cubes, and the zombified piglins. There is one other thing that can spawn on magma cubes, which is the ghasts. We're in a nether wastes biome, which means that I think all of this is in. Oh, that side's getting actually quite close to another biome. Do we have enough? Oi, dude. All right. Okay. Come on. Let's keep walking. We'll just. Oops. Okay, I think if we put a slab here, then we can sneak into it, but nothing else will be able to get in there. Oh no, the babies on the 5 piglins will be able to, but all right, we'll deal with those in this. We'll close. We're going to close it up when we get to. Actually, hang on. I'm missing a trick here. In that if I come down and grab the ladders and put it one level up, I can then climb back up, get out. Oh, where did I put the ladders? I think they're up on the top level. Splat, stop recruiting for your cult in chat. We're gonna get some sort of governmental agency raiding us raiding us at some point. So yeah, I think if I put that there, yeah, we can get in and out. But I think that should. Oh crap. Okay. Even with a ladder, I still can't make it up and down safely, it seems. We'll take two of those to fill in the gap. We'll take some food as well, I think. We don't actually need the ladders anymore. What? I'm being accused of being in the center of the cult now. No, I'm just an innocent little Minecrafter. I have nothing to do with the cult. I admit to nothing on video. So let's look at building out this platform. So all the time we're over here, it should be safe as well. And as I mentioned earlier, with the boots that we have, we're pretty safe from burning. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we want to go. Then we want to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, 8, 9, 10 that way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 that way. Oh no, one too many. That makes this side 11 long. And then there should be another 9 this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, and then we basically now want to fill this in. So, and this is where our zombie piglins will spawn. So yeah. As I mentioned, there's only 4 mobs that can spawn on the magma blocks. 2 of them do not spawn in the Nether wastes biome, so we don't have to worry about the magma cubes, and we don't have to worry about the blazes, because the blazes will only spawn in the fortresses, which means the only things that will be able to spawn are zombie piglins and the ghasts. The ghasts are considerably bigger, so they need a much bigger space to spawn in than the piglins do. And we can stop them from spawning by making the box that we have for this a bit smaller. So if we go up 3 there, so yeah, so the zombified piglins are too tall. So then we can create another layer on here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 7, 8, and 9. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so we can if we create another platform. Oh. Not the most accurate at this. Accurate block placing today. It's quite hard when everything looks the same as well. When did Britain change over to daylight savings time? I think it was the weekend before last that we shifted. So that was why last week's stream was later than normal for everyone, and then this week's as well. So then what we need now is so by putting a little roof on here, we'll only do a few of the rows, I think. So we'll go, so yeah. Yeah, daylight savings time to me is it's just some antiquated thing that it's about time we kind of got rid of. It doesn't really serve any real purpose other than confusing the hell out of everything. I think it's going to be what, a month now before all countries that do shift, and we all end up back at the regular time gaps between us. So it just meant, and it means that anyone that's not, well, anyone that is in a time zone that doesn't shift, then basically shifted my stream to a random time for them, which was unfortunate. Okay, so that's one side of this done. we'll jump down and we'll do some more. But we should actually, as we start to build this out, we should start to see some piglin spawns around. Around here. So then with this side, we're going to try and curve it a bit. So we go 1. Do I have enough magma cubes actually? Yes, I have plenty. Okay. What do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4 sixes. 4 sixes is 240, 200 and 2,400. Yeah, we should have enough to get this little section done as well. 2, 3, 4. So we're going to try and curve this a bit. So we're going to come 5 out, and then we're going to come 5, and then we're going to come 3. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think that's right. So we should be 10 across from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, that gives us the inlet, and then on the outside we're going to want a 71 block circle. Which I think means we only curve in. We go 5 across, and then we come in for another 5. So we want to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we'll come in and we'll go another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then these two should meet up in the middle. Sorry. Wait. Yes. Okay. I thought we'd overshot it for a second there, but no, it was just a weird shape. Yeah, it's always confused me that Spain is not on the same time zone. Well, not all of Spain. Interestingly, the Canary Islands, which are way off over to the side of us all, and also technically a part of Spain, are in the same time zone as the UK for the most part. But I am personally of the opinion that the UK should be on British summertime all year round. It should be, I don't know, British Standard Time or something. So I guess it's not summertime if it's happening during the winter. But yeah, the darkness is not fun. It actually starts to get dark here from about. Actually, that reminds me. I'm putting the light on now. It's lunchtime and it's already starting to be a bit dark and dingy. It's like where is the sense in that? I personally would rather have a bit more light in the evenings. Someone's going to end up commenting on this video now, telling me that I don't understand time zones and that the shift changing actually produced that. But it means that if we're going to stick in one time zone, I'd rather have the lighter summer evenings than then darker and more dingy ones. Oh, welcome in, Big Fat Snake. How are you this morning? Your presence is forgiven today versus like all the times you were in streams while you were on holiday. I am fairly sure that if I tried to watch YouTube streams while I was on holiday, that I would end up with at least a stern talking to from my other half. I think we're nearly done with this now. So we're just putting, yeah, these little bits at the top here. These are basically, because of the size of a ghast is like 3 by 3, I think. It needs a 3 by 3 space, and then I think also 3 blocks tall. It might actually be 4 blocks tall. I'm not. Don't quote me on that one. But I know that a 3 by 3. I know that as long as we don't leave any 3 by 3 by 3 spaces, and the ghast cannot spawn. So having these here mean that effectively all we have is a 2 wide block space, which is too small for our friends the ghast. They cannot. That means they cannot get over. If we drop those down, then head up here. Here we go. Head over here. There we go. See? Look at that. Piglins. Zombified piglins everywhere. So they will continue now to spawn. And then when we build that the whole way around, we're just going to have like a lot of spawning space for them. Let's put this back in. Let's dump this all back in the box for now. We're going to want a sword, a bow and arrow, and we probably want to take a chest up to keep the bow and arrow in. We're not going to need. Actually, we're not going to need it often. But I guess we could put it here. So let's take this. So the way this farm will work is it should now be functional, but not quite as efficient as it could be. So what we need to do is hit one of them. That makes all of them mad. Oh, they come running over. And then they can't actually get to us, so they fall down this hole looking to get to it. Oh crap! They can actually get over here, it seems. So I think we need to build this wall up ever so slightly more. We'll have to wait for them. Oh, they're not. See, there's so many in here. They're now entity cramming. But if we start giving them a few swacks, they will keep being upset. They'll call out to their friends over there who also come running. Every time we hit them, they are calling in more of their kind. If we have a decent smite sword, which we'll have to find a smite book for. So smite, if we have a smite and looting sword, we're going to see quite a lot of drops. And yeah, if we start checking these, then we've already got stuff crawling in. I'm gonna have to turn that down because I'm sorry. I think I have it. I think I have the game volume turned down for you guys, but that is so loud. Wow, it's only on 5% for hostile creatures. Let's put them down to 1% for now. Yeah. So yeah, and then well, we reset our levels at the start of this. We had 30 levels. We reset them. We're back to 30. We're back to 23 already. So we'll be back to 30 in no time. I did make a murder machine. Hovering. I did make a murder machine. The best thing is for everyone we murder, they call in more victims. Fortunately, I think we actually have a problem here, in that the sword we have, because it's just a crap sword I grabbed from the tool weaponsmith. It doesn't have all the fancy enchantments on it. It's actually not able to keep up with them, so they're coming in faster than I can kill them. So I think we're going to need to make ourselves a smite, maybe a smite sword with an unbreaking mending smite sword, and at that point we can just sit here, swing our swords, and the piglins will fall one by one. And this is how we're going to get our gold. So remembering that we have built what, that small section, we need to build the same over here, and it's going to stretch all. Let me use the free cam for a sec so that I can actually show you. Yeah, so we've got our small platform here. I try not to use this too much, but otherwise it's gonna be hard to demonstrate. But yeah, yeah, we've got our small platform here. We're going to stretch that round in a circle all the way to here, and then all the way around to there. Have it 2 layers. We can probably add a 3rd layer as well. So yeah, when we think about just how many piglins we're going to have spawning and then channeling into our killing zone, it's this thing's gonna produce. I think it's gonna, well, we're gonna get to a position where, well, you can see already the main problem with these farms is these. The gold swords are just gonna gum everything up, but we've already got like what, we've got nearly 3 stacks of nuggets and a few ingots in there already. And yeah, as we swack at these guys, then more and more of them come running. It looks like the one that landed there might have been a one-off, so it might have been because I was so far over there. We'll extend the top wall a bit further anyway, just to be sure. It can't hurt, I guess, to have a bit more protection. Better too much than not enough. Also, I think we'll put some carpet down here as well, so that these guys land on top of a carpet, which will mean that they because at the moment we can see the XP is all getting stuck in the hoppers. But even then, we're getting a fair bit, right? We've only just finished the farm and we're up to 40 levels already. So once this is fully going and we do an overnight session at it, we're gonna have hundreds of levels. Hundreds of levels, which will quite likely disappear soon after when we yeet ourselves into the void for some random, pointless and unnecessary reason, but yeah, I mean we can get the they will start to entity cram here, Harbinger, so we will get some the trouble with that though is that they don't drop as much, and we lose the benefit of looting sword. Otherwise, it would have been better to have built a taller shoe and have them die to full damage instead. What's a couple of levels between friends? But yeah, so once we get this fully finished, I can foresee quite a lot of time being spent here. Just swacking at these guys, smacking their toes, and racking up the gold because, well, okay, given that short stint, we've got a lot of junk here. We have a lot of junk here, but I need a crafting table, so we'll probably have to bring this crafting table up, maybe embed that in the wall. But if we now go and craft up this, okay, five gold blocks in that amount of time. I'll lose the levels anyway. I appreciate the confidence you have in me, Dome. I appreciate the confidence. I mean, yeah, we don't really have any sort of sledge weapons here. There is a hammer. We get that from the trial chamber. The first of the structures we ventured into for like more adventurous escapades, and that can drop a heavy core, which can be used to make a mace. The mace is a specialized weapon in Minecraft, in that effectively you jump down and it does more and more damage the more the higher you fall from. And then there's some enchantments you can put on it to help you regain some verticality. But yeah, rather than walking along these platforms all the time, can you not make those ender portals / glitch things? Do you mean using ender pearls to teleport to places? We could use ender porters and stuff, but we'd need to run redstone signals around, which it's probably more hassle than it's worth. What I'm eventually gonna do is have like somewhere at this level. This is gonna be like our sort of surface level, pedestrian level, I think, within the Nether. So we're like Y 19.5. So I think 19.5 to 20 will be our surface level, and I want to run minecarts, and then everything underneath this will be sort of the basement level. And I'm going to do a similar sort of take a similar approach in the overworld as well. So I want to. So our current base is at about 10 I think 10 blocks above the floor, and we're gonna up that. We're gonna up that distance. But yeah, I'm thinking, I'm leaning heavily towards the rails. It's like, I know I'm gonna build it, and then I'm just gonna get comments being like, "Oh, what do you do that for? You're such an idiot. That like boats on ice is way faster." But the thing is, I think my laziness trumps my I like efficiency, but I like to be lazy more. And there's nothing quite like just jumping in a minecart, pressing a button, and kicking back a bit until you get to your destination. With the boats, you have to steer. You have to hold buttons to move and stuff. It's like if the boats could be as automatic as a minecart, then I would go for the boats. But yeah, I think we're gonna go for that, and then maybe we'll look at running soul soil underneath all of the rails. I think that will give the... I'm not sure if the soul soil... I can't remember the soul soil affects the velocity of the cart, but it will mean that if we run... if we're running along on top of the rails, then we should actually get the speed boost from those. Yeah, all right. Level 60 or 80. I think we're not far off of being the highest level we've actually been in this world, but yeah. So I think we'll leave the piggies alone for a bit now. I will have to go away. Oh, we've got some piglin heads. That's a drop I hadn't thought of, but wouldn't normally have to worry about because it comes from our random data packs that we've added. But yeah, you can see as Harbinger was talking about entity cramming earlier, you can see them. You can actually see them entity cramming now. So that means that there is more than 60 in these squares. There's more than 64 piglins each, which means that it will start culling the game will start to cull the entities so that they don't mount up too much and cause problems. So with that, we don't really need the flesh. Let's no, that's not the that's the one we wanted. Let's turn those into that. Let's turn those into here we go. Let's craft up some more blocks. So all right, 10 gold blocks. That's a pretty good haul, right? And I'll go put the sword and the bow up here where it can be safe, and it'll be ready for us when we need to come and upset them again in the future. One of the things I am also thinking of is, as I said, we're going to build this round. I'll go off and leave these guys. If I leave these guys alone long enough, they will all despawn and stop being mad at me. I'll be able to get up here to continue building. But I think I'll build it round, and then I might put a small island out here, another one out here, and trap a zombified pigling into each of them. So then when I upset them, they will sit there and continue to be angry. Won't be able to actually get to me, but they will keep notifying all of the other piglins around that they should be mad. And therefore, the stream of piglins should be more constant. And then I know the only other thing we could do is we could potentially at some point we could look at ripping out these rows of slabs here, put another row of the magma blocks there, and then put the slabs one up. I don't think more than 3 would be. I don't think going more than 3 would be useful, but. But yeah, so I think that's the. I think that's this feels like a good place to stop. So I'm going to head back to the overworld. Oh. Let's grab a bit of food first, quickly. We'll go stash this stuff in a chest there, and then we'll see how we get on. If I have time, I might finish building out the gold farm platforms over the weekend and stuff. Oh no, actually no, I can't do that. I'm actually away this weekend, so. We might finish that next stream and also have a look at a crude bartering setup. So we have a way of turning this gold into quite an abundance of different types of items. The most important of which, though, is going to be gravel, nether bricks, and quartz. The quartz will allow us to make a bunch of cool redstone components. Oh, still have the biome borders up. We'll be able to make a bunch of cool redstone components from the quartz, as well as... Oh, no! Oh well, we did have 10 gold. But one more death for the road. And... Well, I guess Dome was right, but he's gone now, so he didn't actually get to see his see the fact that the levels wouldn't last long come to fruition. We won't mention this next week. We'll leave him oblivious. But yeah, all right. So, well, that was a gold farm. The stuff next week we will. Maybe next week we'll just do the bartering farm. We'll get a bartering farm going. Maybe we'll just get a small starter bartering farm going. That will give us access to the new blocks, which means we'll be able to add another cool set of blocks to our block palette with the blackstone. We'll also get quartz, which will allow us to make andesite, granite, and diorite from stone, which will give us a bunch of extra building blocks we can add. We'll also be able to craft tuff with a custom recipe for Skyblock. So we're gonna have a huge selection a huge selection of blocks to choose from. In terms of what we build when we start building our world out properly. We're going to have access to pretty much all of the cool redstone components. So like our little crop farm thing over here can be compacted down into something way, way smaller than this. And we'll have access to gravel, which will allow us to gain access to a couple more variants of dirt, and will also give us another way to actually farm dirt itself, in that we can combine dirt and gravel together. So 2 dirt and 2 gravel will give us 4 coarse dirt, and then we can turn those coarse dirt into regular dirt and rinse and repeat. So yeah, it's like I think next week we'll do the bartering farm. I will see if I have time. If I have time to expand things out. I'm going away tomorrow for a few days, so I might not have much time, but I'll see what time I have tonight and on Monday and Tuesday next week to expand that a bit. And I think I'm going to call it here for the day. So a considerably shorter stream than last week. We'll try and keep it to this length at a maximum in the future. But yeah, if you like this video, if it's been useful, give the video a like. If you want to see us build the bartering farm next week, then do subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and I will hopefully see you all next week. Bye.